A woman inserted her finger into the death test machine. Instantly, a slip of paper popped out, reading old age death. Upon reading it, the woman smiled like a child. At last, she could enjoy a peaceful, happy old age. She put on her headphones and resumed jogging. But in the next second, a car crashed into her. The paper's prediction of old age death turned out to mean she was hit and killed by an elderly man driving a car. The next tester was a tennis player, curious to know how he would meet his end. The paper read parachute failure. The athlete was confused. He had never even skydived before. How could his death involve a parachute malfunction? Just as he was pondering, disaster struck. A skydiver, whose parachute had malfunctioned, crashed into him, killing him instantly. The third tester was an 18-year-old boy. Upon reading his death prediction, the smile faded from his face. The paper said, "Hot girl." The boy sat down on the beach, looking dejected. Just then, a hot girl walked up and struck up a conversation. Was she his fate, the one that would lead to his demise? The girl asked him to help her rub in some body lotion. As he stared at her curvy figure, he swallowed hard. But remembering his predicted death, he regained his composure and decided to walk away for his safety. However, just a few steps later, the girl called out to him. The boy hesitated, struggling internally, but couldn't resist. He turned around, only to be struck by a woman who was completely on fire. The next tester was an archaeologist. The paper read time travel. She excitedly shared the news with her best friend, believing that she would travel to ancient times and become a princess. But her friend, trying to snap her out of it, casually threw an alarm clock at her. To her shock, the girl was knocked unconscious on the spot. When she regained consciousness, a flash of green light enveloped her, and she successfully time traveled. But instead of becoming a princess, she found herself in the middle of a battlefield, surrounded by hundreds of guns aimed directly at her. The result was tragic. The final tester was a brilliant middle-aged man. The slip of paper read bear. Would he be eaten by a bear? Terrified, he avoided his favorite honey-flavored bear-shaped candies and even checked the ingredient list on every beer, fearing any connection to bears. The man lived every day in constant vigilance. Unbeknownst to him, his wife had prepared a bowl of bear-shaped candy. Seeing this, the man was horrified. To help ease his stress, his wife suggested they go on a trip. When they reached the wilderness, the man kept looking around anxiously, afraid that a bear might emerge and tear him apart. To protect himself, he carried an axe, even holding it while sleeping at night. The next morning, he opened his tent and, seeing that he was still alive, he was relieved. It seemed he had been overreacting. Feeling safer, he discarded the axe and returned home, ready to indulge in his favorite honey bear candy. But in the next moment, a bear appeared behind him. The man was ultimately unable to escape his fate.